Welcome to Thailand at AI. AI exploring how tech and daily life tie with Dave on this adventurous quest. Welcome to Thailand at AI, bringing you the best. Welcome to Thailand.
Sawadee Cup, Thailand.com.ai. G'day and welcome back to the channel. In today's presentation, well, you could call it a presentation. In today's video, I took a trip to the very, very large Architect24 Exhibition at Impact Arena here in Bangkok to go in search of AI and IoT. I was pleasantly surprised. So let's have a look and see what I did. Well, here I am at the 2024 Architect Exhibition, or the Architect2024 Exhibition, whichever way you want to look at it. So let's go in and wander around. We're basically looking to see what products in AI are available now in Bangkok. So let's go for a wander in here and have a look. Okay, so here's a company, IoT company called ThAIland. So I might go in and see what they've got. Yeah, so as you can see from the Architect Expo, it was very interesting, very large expo. A few IoT companies now starting to emerge in Thailand here, which is very interesting because over the last couple of years there's virtually been none. So it's good to see that things are moving on, and hopefully AI, according to the newspaper, should also now start to gain some traction and some people getting very interested, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay, so let's have a look at the next little item. Yeah, so I quite often get asked about AI and to explain AI, and I suppose it's my own fault because I have got a channel called Thailand.com.ai and I do talk a lot about AI. So, but it is interesting when you have someone who does a very good presentation. So Mustafa Suleiman, for those who don't know, is actually the CEO of Inflection AI, which is the company that created Pi, which is the conversational AI that I have used on this channel before, and it's very, very good. He's now, in the last month, been made the head of AI for Microsoft. So the guy knows what he's talking about. He's a very good orator. He presents very well. And recently he did a TED talk just trying to explain AI. So the talk goes for about 20 minutes, and I'm not sure about the copyright and everything else, but I couldn't explain it any better than he does, and there's a great visual. So I thought you guys might like to have a look at that. So we might just pop down here and have a look. Okay, so this section here is quite interesting.
But first, let me just try to set the context. From the very first microscopic organisms, life on Earth stretches back billions of years. Cycles of growth, life evolved and diversified. Then a few million years ago, something began to shift. After countless cycles of growth and adaptation, one of life's branches began using tools. And that branch grew into us. We went on to produce a mesmerizing variety of tools. At first slowly, and then with astonishing speed, we went from stone axes and fire to language, writing, and eventually industrial technologies. One invention unleashed 1,000 more, and in time, we became Homo technologicus. Around 80 years ago, another new branch of technology began. With the invention of computers, we quickly jumped from the first mainframes and transistors to today's smartphones and virtual reality headsets. Information, knowledge, communication, computation. In this revolution, creation has exploded like never before. And now a new wave is upon us, artificial intelligence. These waves of history are clearly speeding up as each one is amplified and accelerated by the last.
Yeah, particularly AI. It will put a rocket, and we can see exponential growth here. So exponential growth is something that AI is definitely going to have. So so we'll go a little bit further and have a look at what else. There's another interesting section here that covers the knowledge that the AI can actually process, and it's a good visualization as well.
Of parameters to then billions of parameters, and very soon tens of trillions of parameters. If someone did nothing but read 24 hours a day for their entire life, they'd consume 8 billion words. And of course, that's a lot of words. But today, the most advanced AIs consume more than 8 trillion words in a single month of training. And all of this is set to continue. The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase. So what does this mean in practice? Well, just as the internet gave us the browser and the smartphone gave us apps, the cloud-based supercomputer is ushering in a new era of ubiquitous AIs. Everything will soon be represented by a conversational interface, or to put it another way, a personal AI. And these AIs will be infinitely knowledgeable, and soon they'll be factually accurate and reliable.
Yeah, that's a very, very important point. AI agents and the creation of AI agents and the tasks they can perform will change everything. This will just change daily life. Even lately with AI assistants on websites and being able to interact with the company's data is just amazing. It's like instead of having to go to the library, get a book from the library, open the book, read the chapters, read the index, find out where, on that chapter there's information about a screwdriver or whatever you're looking for. It's like walking into a library or going to a website, and instead, just before you reach for the book, the librarian says, oh, no need to read that. I know everything there is to know. On page 477, word 6 is hello. So the interaction will become the demand. So people will no longer need to search for information. They can just ask for the information and the information will come. This is a quantum shift in the way we interact to get information. We do it as humans all the time. We ask questions all the time. But now we can ask questions of someone who is incredibly knowledgeable with the AI. And I think that illustration of the amount of text that can just be absorbed into the AI, and this is so early in the piece. I mean, AI has been around less than 2 years. So he's got some very interesting things to say. I'll go to the conclusion. The conclusion is very good. It actually visualizes where AI sits.
And AI isn't something outside of this story. In fact, it's the very opposite. It's the whole of everything that we have created, distilled down into something that we can all interact with and benefit from. It's a reflection of humanity across time. And in this sense, it isn't a new species at all. This is where the metaphors end. Here's what I'll tell Caspian next time he asks. AI isn't separate. AI isn't even, in some senses, new. AI is us. It's all of us. And this is perhaps the most promising and vital thing of all that even a 6-year-old can get a sense for. As we build out AI, we can and must reflect all that is good, all that we love, all that is special about humanity, our empathy, our kindness, our curiosity, and our creativity. This, I would argue, is the greatest challenge of the 21st century, but also the most wonderful, inspiring, and hopeful opportunity for all of us. Thank you.
Well said. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I go with copyright there, but I really needed to show you that because it's so well explained. I know he has got a vested interest in AI, but you still need to explain it so people can understand. Yeah, so anyway, very good. Yeah, so the technology keeps on rolling in. There's another great app that I'm about to preview. I haven't actually used it yet, but I saw a small preview on it called geospy.ai. The reason I find this actually interesting is imagine you've got grandma's got a box of old photos and she can't remember, we all can't remember half our photos were taken, particularly anything that was taken before digital phones. It hasn't got any digital information at all. You know, I've always often thought that if AI could identify where the photos were taken, that would make a massive difference to people's lives, you know. Particularly, people like to reminisce and things like that. So let's have a quick look at this new app. It's actually called geospy.ai. So it's a free app at the moment. So let's go down and we will have a look and see what it does. Okay, so here we are down at the app. So it's got here, welcome to Geospy, AI, geolocation, location, inference done using computer vision and AI. Take a picture or select an existing picture and Geospy will try and locate where the photo was taken. Now, I haven't tried this yet, so bearing in mind, I will try and find a photo. That one could be fairly tricky. See what it says about that. Thinking. I'll be very impressed if it gets anywhere near where this photo was taken. Still thinking. Well, here we go. Do we have an answer? Let's scroll down and see what it says. Okay, country Australia, correct. New South Wales. City Cooma, no, it wasn't taken in Cooma, but it wasn't far from there. The photo was taken in Cooma, New South Wales. This is evident from the vegetation and the landscape and the architecture of the buildings. Well, there's not many buildings. The photo was taken from the road. There is a gate on the right-hand side. There is a white windmill in the background. The coordinates of the photo are interesting. Well, it's actually a wind tower, and it was taken north of Goulburn, or south of Goulburn in New South Wales, which the same sort of countryside. Let's try another one. Let's just refresh the page here, and I should be back in a second. Oh, here I am. Okay, let's try this one. This one might be a little bit more because there's actually a landmark in the back here. So we'll see if it gets a little bit closer with this one. But that's pretty good. Considering this is the start of the technology, it's only going to get better and better. Okay, so there's a picture. Let's have a look here. Thailand. Bang Chang. Expo. The photo was taken in front of the Bang Chang Cathedral. The architecture of the cathedral is Gothic style, which is common in Thailand. The cathedral is located in town square, which is surrounded by trees and other vegetation. Okay, well, there you go. That's pretty good. Okay, well, there's another piece of technology that we can play with. We can add it to the list of things that we play with. But all these things start out as playing, but they soon turn out to have business applications or really good applications for solutions for people. So AI is a great level when it comes to that. And who knows how far this will go. It'll be very interesting to see. Yeah, so some interesting news this week in the Bangkok Post, actually on the 2nd of May, which was yesterday. The lead story was that the government salutes the AI industry. So let's have a look at that article. Government salutes AI industry. So the Prime Minister and Satya Nadella, who is the CEO of Microsoft, had a meeting, and I know Satya Nadella is travelling around Asia at the moment, but it's excellent to see the government taking some interest in AI. And to quote this here, AI has certainly changed many aspects of our lives, workplaces, and how we do business today. And we are glad to assure you that Thailand is now ready for AI, and the government is moving to fully support the AI industry in this country. Our digital infrastructure is ready for the future, he added. So basically the story goes on to say that in the Eastern Economic Corridor, they are going to build a huge data centre. So that is good. There has not been much AI news at all in the English newspapers. So I'm very happy to see that. So let's just see how it actually works out and transpires. But that's probably the biggest news from Thailand on AI this week that I could find. Thanks again for tuning into the channel. It's great to have your company every now and then. Hopefully I'm being a little bit informative just to let people know what's going on. Certainly interesting. Things are getting more and more interesting as the days go by, and more people are standing up and asking, what is AI all about? So hopefully, yes, this channel will address that issue. And thanks again, and stay tuned, and we'll see you again on the next show.
So hit that subscribe, don't be shy.